Okay, we have changed location. We are on the couch. I just ran the stairs to grab stuff. Markus has a snack. I have my notebook. We are filming on my phone now because the camera was not agreeing anymore. And Mark is pulling up the plot dot.
Yes.
So we are on to point 7 then.
Ooh.
7 out of 9. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Might actually finish this tonight. Okay. What is 7?
7 is the second plot point.
The second plot point?
The second plot point.
It's the 7th.
No. It is also the Dark Night of the Soul.
So things are going to go even worse. Love it.
At this point, everything the MC feared could happen has happened.
Great.
They've lost the battle, usually because of their flaw or lack of knowledge, and there have been serious consequences.
Yep.
They feel terrible and give up all hope, until something forces them to change their mind, to have a revelation about themselves and their battle. With this new knowledge, they rise up from the ashes. What terrible things have happened? What does your MC do? What revelation do they have? And what new plans do they make?
Great. So once again, this is actually, like, slightly before the point itself.
Yes.
But, okay. This to me sounds like the news got out. His scandal was leaked.
Oh? Is it not bad enough that he knows?
Well, we talked yesterday about how we do want him to actually have to own up to it. Face whatever thing he managed to avoid before from being...
I'm thinking E might force him to do that. To force him to go out and give it to the world himself. Because I'm thinking, this is the Dark Night of the Soul. It's when he's lost everything and everything is horrible. And I don't think that the world needs to know for everything to be horrible.
No.
E knows. Maybe his sister knows as well. Like, the people that he's realized that he cares about, they know. May I read ahead a little bit and see what the other points are? Brief intermission. Yes, because the next plot point,
right?
The final battle. With their new knowledge and maybe a pep talk from a close friend, your MC goes to battle with their biggest, baddest enemy, whatever that means in your story. Make it dramatic, there's a back and forth, things seem dark, your MC is going to lose, oh no, and then victory. What will be the most exciting, tense, drama-filled part of your story? If that battle he goes to is openly talking about the hit and run or whatever it is that he did, apologizing, making amends, showing that I can take responsibility for the things that I've done. And like, his fear then is that this is going to make it even worse. This is going to make my parents disown me. I will have nothing. But he steps up. There is a back and forth of like, oh, scandal, you're a horrible person, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, his parents don't disown him.
Because you see that he has actually grown and matured.
Yeah.
And
E and Quinn, I don't want to say forgive him because it's not their thing to forgive whatever he did, but like, they also give him another chance.
Okay, so what would 7 then be? 7 would be, because 7 and 6 sort of bleed into each other, don't they? If 6 was E finding out, 7 is the dark side of the soul, everything sucks.
I mean, between 6 and 7 is the Dark Night of the Soul. That is, everything is horrible, nothing could be worse, sort of. And then the actual 7, I guess, would be until something forces them to change their mind, to have a revelation about themselves and their battle. So that is some sort of, something happens that makes him go from everything sucks, nothing is worth anything, to, okay, I have to try to fix this.
Okay. Because 8 was also that he was going to get sort of spurred on and encouraged by someone to do. Because we also, I just want to say, we haven't decided what the big scandal is.
No.
And that does matter for this plot in several ways.
Yeah.
But Dark Night of the Soul and then 7 is like, 7, the second plot point, is I need to try to do better. I need to... Because it's sort of layered. Like, I have to do better in school is the first one. And then I have to do better for my parents. It's one of them. Or my parents, my sister, sort of. And then I have to do better for... It's another I have to do better for now. And if that is for me or for E or for... I didn't mean to rhyme.
For
or...
C.
The foreseeable future. C. Quinn. Either way. Whatever that is. He whatever it is I have to do better for. Here he starts righting some other wrongs that he's done throughout. He apologizes to E for saying that he spread the news. He maybe makes amends with the antagonist, maybe the debate partner. You know, if he has broken something, he fixes it. Like,
what I would kind of like would be if who Hugo has been thinking about as the antagonist is actually the person that spurs him on. Like, that person was never out to get him.
Yeah.
Hugo just projected things onto them.
Yes, okay. Now I'm going to put antagonist on it. Antagonist spurs him on. Please go on.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if during the Dark Night of the Soul, Hugo doesn't talk to him, Quinn doesn't talk to him.
He is Hugo.
He doesn't talk to himself.
I'm glad we're both messing up Hugh and E.
E isn't talking to him.
No.
Quinn isn't talking to him. He has no one, and then all of a sudden, this person who he thought of as an antagonist, as his enemy, asks him if he's okay.
Yeah.
Just hey, I see you've been alone, you've seen down.
Yeah.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
So the real antagonist of the story was
him
Hugo
all along.
Yeah. It was him.
The real
sabotaging
antagonist
himself.
was ourselves. The friendship we made along the way.
Yes.
That's the real antagonist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friendship. That.
Stupid antagonist. I like it. I do have a question though. And you are more well versed with plotting in general than I am. Because I keep getting confused about what is actually a plot point and what is in between and what doesn't. In 6, he snaps at E. You spilled my secrets. You've revealed me. What? I didn't even know. You're an awful person. I hate you.
Yeah.
Dark Night of the Soul. Time can also pass. It's not literally one night and then the next day. He decides to try to fix things, make amends, sort things out, which means he probably doesn't apologize to his opponent for the 8 to work, unless, which is my question, do they bleed into each other? Could 7 be that I need to fix this, I need to make things right, apologizing to E doesn't really care necessarily. I don't know what kind of response he gets. Apologizing to E, apologizing to Quinn, doing something he said he was going to do but never did, or cleaning the dorm, or things that he's been putting off and not doing, or things he's messed up he's now trying to fix. And then that bleeds into the antagonist and him having a bit of a heart-to-heart. The antagonist spurring him on to make amends. Do they bleed into each other a bit? Not these specific plot points necessarily, but
yes.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is that once again, I think the first bit of point 8 is actually things that happen between point 7 and 8. Which would
this fight on plot.
I mean, this is
a new method too.
Yeah. But with the new knowledge and maybe a TED Talk.
How to make friends.
Yes. With the new knowledge and maybe a pep talk from a close friend, your MC goes to battle with their biggest, baddest enemy. So, yes, the new knowledge and the pep talk happens before the actual going to battle. So that happens before the actual...
The battle is 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Spurs him on. TED Talk. And then what does he do? The battle is owning up to the scandal. Or is the battle also apologizing to Quinn and Hugo? E.
I don't know.
Because if it's also apologizing to E and Quinn, that is sort of point 7.
No, point 7 is when he decides to do better.
Okay.
Point 7 is deciding that I need to do something to change this, to make this better.
Okay. And is the Dark Night of the Soul the tipping point for that?
The Dark Night of the Soul is a period of time when everything is awful.
Yeah.
It's a period of time of E ignoring him or not talking to him unless he has to.
No one eating with him, no one paying attention, no one.
And maybe in the midst...
He gets picked last for gym class, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And maybe in the midst of all this, he fails a test because he's so, everything is going wrong.
And this also makes him think that I cannot change. I cannot fix this.
Yeah.
I will get disowned. I can't save my sister from this fate.
Yeah.
I am worthless.
Yeah. And then point 7 is something happening.
Yeah. So
to help me realize that, or at least helping him make the decision that, okay, I'm gonna try one more time. I am going to, even if no one believes in me, even if I maybe don't believe in myself, I have to
give it one more time.
Yeah.
And try. Okay, so this should be an actual catalyst, might be the wrong word, but an actual spark.
Yeah.
That makes him decide.
Yeah.
Okay. And that could, because that's not him just waking up and being like, oh, might as well give it a try. It has to be something external, or something that, a thought or an action needs to lead him to that decision.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be, I'm trying to think of examples in things I've read or seen or something, but it could be that morning E smiles to him. And he's like, maybe there's something I could patch up here.
Yeah.
Or it could be that small.
Yeah.
For him too. Yeah. And he makes that decision before he's spurred on by the quote-unquote antagonist.
Yes.
Okay. Why does he make the decision and then need spurring on? Because whenever I make a decision, I never need any outside help. It's very much not true.
If the decision is not, I'm going to do this to make it better, it's rather, I have to give it one more try. I still don't know what to do. I still don't know what would fix this.
And then he goes looking for TED Talks.
Yes.
And so he's in the library when the antagonist finds him, and why you're looking at TED Talks on friendship.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but he decides I have to do something.
Something sparks that.
Yeah.
I have to do something.
And then, I guess in the points between 7 and 8, he tries to do things. He tries to figure out what to do, or makes plans about what to do if he does have an idea.
And if he... Yes, 2 things. One, I still would like to know what his big scandal is. I would like to know what it is that sparks him in 7. But also, what is it that he's trying to fix? Because at this point, he has upset people that he cares about. He might be disowned because he's now flunked another test and, everything's going badly. But his scandal isn't out. It isn't actually out.
No.
what is it he decides to do?
As in what the big battle is going to be? Or
Yes, is his big battle, I will apologize for the big scandal. I will own up to that. Is it, I will get E back? Is it... I also just, I do want an answer, but I was flipping through in the beginning today and said I had made notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I read 2 of them. I didn't read the third one. Because, interestingly enough, we're now coming up on... So there was Quinn, and there was the school's policy of not really talking about your past. The third one, what does this say?
Aim for bigger / newer scandal to shadow the earlier one?
Yeah. In a moment of complete brain, he goes, well, the thing I did was really bad, and if that breaks, that's really bad. I'll have another scandal, and then that one will break and cushion the fall for this one. It is not a good plan. It is not actually very logical, but I liked it. Like, in a panic of, like, I need to this can't come out somewhere around 6. Like, or this was before this is when we were talking about, when the second debate topic is picked. And it's like, this can't come out. If it comes out, I'm screwed. I'm dead. It's over. I need to, and then, like, starts inventing a new scandal that he could do, or be part of.
Sure.
I'm not sure what it would be. But yes, I would still like to know what it is that makes him decide to try to fix things.
Yeah.
I also really need to know what the battle is. But perhaps more so, we need to know what the scandal is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
I mean, we can't figure out what he's gonna resolve in 8 without knowing what the scandal is. If the scandal is big enough that if it is a hit and run, he needs to address the hit and run. You know?
Yeah.
If the scandal is that he... I don't know. Like something much, much smaller. He... jaywalked. You know? That doesn't need to be owned up to.
Spray painted the government building with a...
with a
spray paint.
Yeah, no, but we can't figure out 8 before we figure out what the scandal is.
Oh.
How much he has to own up to, I think.
Oh.
And it might be difficult to do 8 before we know what plans he has.
So, scandal it is.
Scandal it is. Okay, great.
You know royalty. What kind of scandals do they do?
No. I mean, we have adultery. He's not married.
No.
We have secret babies. Don't want that. We have... like... he could do. I'm not saying this is what royals do. I'm saying this is things he could do. Tax evasion, drunk driving, hit and run. I mean, kind of any crime, but we did draw the line at before murder, kidnapping, and
torture.
Torture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good to have a line somewhere. Because I mean, I don't mean to rank crimes here and that, like, all that. But, like, if he vandalized a government building, that is bad, would be fined or jailed, depending on, like, you know. And it's something he kind of looked on, like, when he did it, kind of looked at as this is just a silly prank. A hit and run is a lot more serious, and I don't know how he's lived with himself for this long without owning up to it.
Depending on the, like, a hit and run could be anything from person got hit a little bit, was shocked but fine, to person died.
Yes, of course. But, like, if it is a vandalization, stealing something famous, valuable, it can be something he's looked at as, well, it was just funny. I don't understand why people are upset about it. And that's another growth thing. Realizing that it isn't actually funny. A hit and run is never funny.
No.
Like, what he's done and how he's reacted to it makes us view him very differently. You know? And I don't know if the reader will know what the scandal is. Until now. I feel like they should.
Yeah.
Even if the king and queen hasn't known.
I think especially if the king and queen doesn't know.
Because otherwise, they might go, oh, they're just being unreasonable.
Yeah.
True. So, like, I want it to be something where no one got hurt, no one died, anything like that. But it's... I mean, if he's stolen something, or if he's vandalized something, it is very possible that he has gotten away. Not the, oh, you just paid the fine and then you were let off. But under the cover of darkness, no one saw who did it. It's all over the news. You know? And I like that. Again, it gives him a reason to grow again. That's... Although, like, I do think at some point, you can't see what I'm pointing at, but at some point earlier, he did realise that this was a bad thing. But also a scandal as big as a hit and run. It's something you sort of maybe can debate about, but also, it's so much worse. Like, I don't know if the second debate topic is, oh, I think vandals should be in prison, is big enough to have him go, like, it's a weird topic for a debate, and, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm, yeah.
Okay, some thoughts.
Yes, please.
Because you said about, like, something big, it's been on the news, but he, like, no one knows it was him.
Which also probably, possibly, ooh. Sorry. Finish.
Are you sure?
I think so.
You
Yeah.
May?
No.
Okay.
You finish. I'm going to just make a note. And cover it.
No, I was just thinking that has to be something... I don't know, it could be... If we don't want anyone to have gotten hurt...
Yeah.
It could be anything from vandalizing a building to burning down a building.
Yay! yeah, technically. Yeah.
And like, because it has to be something bad enough that he has every reason to believe that it would be the breaking point for his parents.
Yeah.
And there I think vandalism is probably something that they wouldn't like, but he's probably done worse. But if it ended with, I don't know,
drowning some archives, just to hurt you, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but burning down something important, and either something important in like an archive, or something historically important. That's archives too, but like
an art museum.
Yeah, or a hospital that no one was in for some reason.
Yes, there's a big parade on the other side of the house. Yeah.
Yeah, and it should also be something I think that E would take personally in some way.
Disapprove of them.
Yeah, because I was also thinking about like. It could be because you said tax evasion. I was thinking about embezzling money from some sort of charity or something. Say he like has embezzled a bunch of money from a charity that helps kids with cancer, and E's sibling died of cancer or was helped by this charity to get over the cancer, or like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because whatever it is I have him have done.
Yeah.
Good English. Like, wow, I just realized how unhappy I was that a character got a redemption arc and didn't deserve it. The thing is, I want him to be unlikable to begin with, but I want people to sympathize and actually care about him. But depending on what it is he's done, it matters how you perceive him.
Yeah.
You know, as a reader as well. And my thing that I wrote down was also, whatever it is that he has done, he was embarrassed enough about, or something, that he did not brag about it.
Mm.
Because it's very important for the story to work that he never told anyone back home.
Mm.
You know, none of his party friends can know.
Yeah.
It can't have been a group effort. Or you know,
No.
It has to be something that either he did alone or someone else did with him. He did with someone else, and they got to take all the blame. Because that could also work. It doesn't make him very likable, but that way, that person can have blabbed, "Oh, the brains talked me into it," but people can be like, "Oh, well, you're just using him for fame." Although that then ties into the later discussion about they're not your friends, but you know, that has to be, because it can't be that he stole the prime minister that we apparently have now.
Stole the prime minister?
No, the prime minister's favorite garden gnome. I'm apparently very attached to garden gnomes.
Yeah.
And then he bragged about it and posted pictures. You know,
No.
Nothing like that can happen. It has to have been kept.
Yeah.
Completely under wraps.
Yeah.
By just him.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that, like, I don't know, it could be, or I think it would make sense if it was something that went further than he intended or expected. Something that, like, I intended to burn this flower, but it ended up being the entire hospital.
Nothing flammable near hospitals, but yes, like you shouldn't. Yeah, don't start fires near hospitals.
No.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story.
Yes, the thing he originally was going to do would have been something fun and interesting, and people would have been angry, but haha, my friends would have enjoyed it.
Exactly.
But,
might have been a dare, but then we're getting close to someone knowing too much.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a dare. He took it too far. Nothing major happened, but someone knew, so he hired a hitman. He never killed anyone.
No. You said no one should have gotten hurt or killed.
It was a really bad hitman.
I mean, it could still have been a dare, maybe for nothing specific, but like,
make the morning news.
Yeah, or, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, do something interesting. Like, why haven't you broken a law lately?
I ask my friends that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly like, do something fun. And he does something that would have been fun for him and his friends if it had gone according to plan, but it went much, much worse.
I also wanted to be like, when we have the starting status quo, partying, and then the inciting incident of his parents sending him off. I want that to be sort of a, like, he does the stupid thing, maybe we even get to see him do it, stumbles into bed, is woken up by his parents yelling at him or being like very, very upset, and you never take anything seriously. You're the worst son ever. Off to boarding school you go. So he thinks they're upset about that. And then the news break that morning or whatever, that government building burned down or whatever it is, suspect unknown, or culprit unknown. And it's like, maybe my parents don't know. I got away with, like, at that point, still a bit of I got away with it.
Yeah.
But I assume, like, maybe they've confiscated his phone, maybe he can't get in touch with his friends, like, something. Because otherwise he would start bragging. Haha, it was me.
I mean, that depends on, like, again, how badly it went. Like, if it is something that he himself realizes that this is really bad, this is... Yeah.
But still, like, I wanted to be, he just did it to get sent off, thinks they were to know.
Yeah.
But what does he do? Because, I mean, it has to be a crime.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a crime. Because we talked yesterday in the car, we talked about the people would be upset that he just got off with a fine or something. And that would be the taxpayers' money anyway, so he wouldn't suffer. and we talked about, like, that's unfair that he gets a different treatment because he's royal, but I also don't want it to be something that he goes to jail for. I don't want it to be that bad.
No.
And we do have some creative liberty here with what is the justice system like, what puts you in which category.
Yeah. I mean, there is also the there is a chance that he is actually immune to any legal, because that's fairly common in monarchies.
Yeah, there's a name for it and everything.
Yeah, I don't remember the.
Put it on a screen if I can remember.
Yeah. So like it is a crime, and he should go to jail or something.
Yeah.
But according to the law, they can't do anything.
No, but here at least he still recognizes, like, he could go his entire life without having to own up to it then, because there's no real consequence for his life except for how people perceive him. But he decides to own up to it because it's the right thing to do. It's the selfless, yes, it's a clear conscience, but it's a selfless thing in a way, to put himself out there as a target that people can be upset with. Call for his dethroning or disowning. Dethrone him and disown him and you know, for that. Yeah.
No.
And if it is, because I quite liked the stealing from a charity type thing, and he could then not turn that to his advantage, don't get me wrong, but like, oh, I stole from this Kids with Cancer charity. I am very sorry. I'll give all the money back. Here's it all. Like, you know, somehow does that, but also takes control in a way of how the media perceives him, in that he agrees to an interview that they will pay him for, and they'll pay it to the money goes to charity, or something else, something he can do to make more money for the charity, not just pay back the 4 million I stole, but here's another 6.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I had a similar thought there, and I was thinking that, because if, say he stole money from a charity, if the thing that goes too far there is that the charity has to shut down, they're out of money.
Oh. Okay.
And that's the thing that actually happens. And that's when he's like, oh, that's maybe not the best thing in the world. And maybe to him it's not like, oh, this is a disaster, but it's like, okay, that's not good actually. People would not like me for that. Like,
and that also puts him in a position where he can't just, like, because if they didn't have to shut down, if he stole the money, big scandal, they are sad, you know. He realizes I went too far, this was a bad move. He could anonymously donate the money back and save his ass that way. But if they shut down, I'm standing here with 4 million monies that I am not supposed to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then he spends it partying. He buys a yacht. No.
And then the thing that he does in the end,
they had the big battle in 8.
Yeah, is owning up to it. It's my fault this happened. I am going to, like, I stole 6 million. 4 million, I'm so sorry. I stole 4 million. I am going to spend 20 million setting up something.
A children's hospital. Or
a children's hospital, or like starting a new charity.
Of which I'll be patron.
Yeah, but like, this is... and I'm pledging to every year donate 4 million.
Of my apanage.
Yeah.
Word on screen, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people there could still criticize him, because I'm having that thought, and I'll have that thought of, oh, but now you're just doing this to get positive attention, because it's going to be in your name. You're going to be on the posters. I don't know, it's going to be the Hugo's Hospital of Kids with Cancer. No, but like, he makes it about himself. People can complain about that. But it is still, at the end of the day, he is doing a good thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, he could, there could be criticism of like, well, it's going to be your name on it. He could be like, no, I was actually thinking of naming it after, for example. Yeah. And like, people being suspicious of like, well, you're getting something, like, you're just doing this to get something out of it. This charity is gonna shut down. You're gonna tell them what to do when you don't have an expertise in this. And him like, no, but the only thing I will do is give money. I will, or the whole like, you're gonna want so much control over this. No, I'm gonna give money, and obviously they're gonna have to follow certain, like, there's gonna be a thing. Money goes to charity. Money, like, yeah.
The money they go isn't to pay staff.
Yeah.
The money they get isn't to pay staff. It's supposed to go to,
And then like, yeah, see, you're trying to control them. Yeah, but to do good things.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
Mm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I think. I like that we moved away from hit and run to something still bad, but, you know.
No.
Because I do like ending my stories a bit open-ended. But when you were talking now about, you know, you don't know anything about this and why is your name going to be on this? I don't think he's been studying cancer research, but...
Maybe Quinn has. I'm sorry.
Sure, that works. I was going to say that maybe there is an epilogue or something a certain amount of years down the line. The antagonist is a resident, or, you know, something.
No.
It ties it together quite nicely. Could be Quinn, though. Could be Quinn. So, he decides to try to fix it. I don't remember why, but we talked... No, we never decided on his part.
No. We were going to decide about the scandal, and then the big battle, and then the... Yes, we're going a little bit... Okay. But he makes that decision, and then there's a sort of interim bit of what do. Make plans. How do I set up this? What do I... Is anyone going to want to work with me? How, yeah. Stuff like that.
And again, I mean, technically, at this point, he has upset Quinn. He has upset, well, maybe Quinn, depending on, but yes, possibly. He has upset E. His parents don't yet know. The antagonist will eventually talk to him. But there is no one else around him that necessarily has upset. He could start reaching out to people who, you know, a lab partner, you know. I don't know if he needs to, but just a thought.
Yeah, I was also thinking that maybe he doesn't, like, the idea of, oh, I'm going to start up a new thing is not here yet. He's just, okay, I'm going to fix that thing, or I need to do something to fix things with E and with my parents and with all of this.
And it all really started with that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason I'm in the situation.
And, or, if this was going to be the subject of that debate.
What is the subject of the debates?
Cancer charities, something.
Yeah, like, true. It doesn't have to be. Yeah.
Something related to this. He has been doing a lot of research, and maybe that has deepened his understanding of, like, just what a horrible thing he did.
And that's also when people start questioning him about, well, what do you know about running a charity?
Yeah.
I brought the facts.
Yeah.
So it's actually a thank you to the antagonist.
Yeah. But yeah, so the 7 is not deciding I'm gonna open a new charity.
No.
It is I have screwed up all of these things.
No, my pen.
A pen, for example. And I need to find a way to fix it.
Screwed everything up. Neep. Need to fix. This is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to fix.
No,
Just
and that's the between 7 and 8. He's trying to figure out how to fix. He starts having this idea of a new charity, and it's when he talks to the antagonist about something that the plan really comes together. What is your idea?
It's nothing. I'm just thinking. 6 isn't the second debate. 6 is the announcement of the second debate. The topic is picked. He freaks out on E. The second debate happens here. The second debate is his big battle. Because, no, they're scared of the debate, but final battle, whatever, the 8. Because that gives him time to prep for the debate. Like, everything goes wrong. Need to fix everything, everything's screwed up. He reflects on the topic, he reflects on his mistake. Realizes that it's all my fault that I'm in this situation. Studies, tries to find out information, prepping for this debate. The antagonist and him bump into each other in the library. And then, oh, you're taking this seriously. And then, something. At the debate, he admits to what he did.
But what is the actual battle and back and forth and that? Because the debate is against the antagonist. And not...
Debate's a mirror.
Sorry, I'm gonna be taking over this debate. We're gonna put a mirror here.
I'm gonna play both sides.
Yell at myself.
On stage, in front of the whole school. It's reasonable.
And I have a white hat and a black hat. The black hat is me 6 months ago. And the white hat is me now. Okay, everyone?
Any questions? I will not answer them. Let's just go. Any questions? I'm not answering that. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I was just thinking that it would sort of...
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
What if the second debate, though, happens during the Dark Night of the Soul? So 6 is topic announced. He blames E. E finds out. Hugo sad. Dark Night of the Soul, he is so stressed and so worried. I've messed everything that I care about up at this point. Doesn't prepare for the debate. Does awful. Dark Night of the Soul, I'm not performing. I'm not doing things for my parents, and I'm not shaping up. Yada yada. Yes, please. Please save me from this, because I'm just spiraling my thoughts at this point.
What if the debate is 7? That is the actual event that makes him realize that he needs to fix things. 6 is the topic. 6 to 7 is the Dark Night of the Soul, where everything is messed up with E and potentially Quinn and everything else, and he's also reading about this and starting to realize just how big of a mess he made with the charity that had to shut down. Still does awful at the debate because he can't defend himself. Whatever the debate is.
I also don't know if he's given the pro or con stance, but
no.
No.
After the debate or during the debate or whatever, breaks down. this is too much, cannot handle it, and potentially the antagonist
Really his name.
Yes. Like, comes to him afterwards and like, are you okay?
And that's tricking him into 8.
Yeah. And like, I'm sorry if I caused something, what can I help?
Yeah.
Potentially that's like Hugo spills everything and is like, this is what's going on. I don't know what to do.
No, 2 people are mad at me.
And the person then saying that, yeah, that sucks, but
fix it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Either in a, why are you just complaining? Why don't you do something to fix it? Or, I get it. That sounds terrible. Can I help? Like, or, but I'm sure you can fix it. Encouraging. Yeah.
But then 8 isn't a big battle.
I mean, 8 could still be.
The battle was the textbooks all along.
I'm thinking, what if he, maybe, like, now I'm thinking since he's in school year, at the end of the school year, or like after the school year when he comes back, he holds a press conference to announce, I am the cause that this beloved charity had to shut down. I am fixing things by starting a new one. And the back and forth is journalists at the press conference like questioning him, or after the press conference, Twitter wars, or like that kind of thing.
So that's part of 8 too.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a great little. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do a little arrow. Press conference when he gets back home, admitting solution. There's a comma.
He admits the solution.
Yes.
Yeah, because the final battle is
8.
Yeah, that's 8. Goes to battle with their biggest, baddest enemy. There's a back and forth. Things seem dark. Your MC is going to lose. Oh no! And then victory. And that is the press conference, and the aftermath of that
is the victory, or is the whole thing?
That's the battle.
Yeah.
The victory is, I don't know. The people who ran that charity, publicly saying that we are okay with this. We are happy that he's changed his mind, changed his ways, and or something about his parents, something about being confirmed as the heir to the throne, something.
Yeah. But the pep talk from the antagonist is sort of in between here. It's sort of between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is not confusing to anyone but me. What is 9 then?
9 is return to the ordinary world. Your MC returns home changed. They see their old life in a new way. How have they changed? What did they do? How did they feel? So that's basically... I mean, in this I'm thinking it's probably just a scene after
the press conference and the resolution,
with him and E, maybe. Like, maybe not them getting together, but like something, because you said open-ended is a thing that you do.
Yeah.
You open ends.
I do.
Huh? And the open-ended thing could be like they are not a couple, but they're talking, and
exactly, those speaking terms
it's
again.
heading towards that. It could be heading in that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that. That's very pretty. I was also thinking, like, back to Ordinary, how's it changed, all that. His old friends approach him. Oh, you're back home, nice to see you. Gonna go out tonight? No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I now have numbers on here from 1 to 9.
Yes, you do. How do you feel about it?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I think 4 works. 4 was E gets a life, question mark. That's when he maybe dates the antagonist or something.
Can you name the antagonist like Anthony or something?
I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
Very tempted. Yeah, okay. Antagonist Anthony. E also needs a name, but I think that works for this too. Yeah, I'm a little bit unsatisfied with 8 and 9. I don't really know which way. It's not bad. The blog is nowhere, and that makes me sad. But I don't know if the blog is necessary for any of this to work. It really isn't.
I mean, not exactly. You could still have the blog be a subplot somewhere. That is not like, it doesn't have a huge impact on all of this, but it bumps someone in a direction somewhere. Like,
yeah.
It could definitely still be a thing. I mean, these are just the big plot points. There's a lot that's going to be happening with the partying and the studying and the
Dark Night.
depression and all that.
Right. Yeah.
And the blog could be yeah.
Because the blog now doesn't serve a purpose that E is outed or Quinn or like any from this. No information comes out that is necessary for this plot via that blog. Which did make me wonder if that doesn't work.
What?
If someone somehow has a guy on the inside. Someone writes this blog, not at the school, back in his home country. But if they did, the media would know.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but the blog might still be a thing. I really like this is what happens sometimes. I get really attached to a detail, and then I mean, I could, but sometimes like I can't work this detail in. But this is the detail that I get so hung up on.
And I mean, as a general thing, when that happens, reworking the plot so that that detail can be used, because generally speaking, then that is the part you were excited about.
I mean, I will say when I sat back downstairs when we were eating, that I was like, writing the character who writes this blog would be a lot of fun. That's not the story I have, and I like this story. But that is a concept I think could be really interesting. Someone who is a bit of a wallflower who just collects information and then distributes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I'm not sure if am I attached to the idea of that character having that blog in this world, or is it that kind of character, someone who just, Yeah. But yeah. I think this is good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very, very pleased that we've done this. Thank you for helping.
No.
I do want to name E before we wrap this up, but I really should go to bed soon as well. Eric was my suggestion yesterday. That works. I will name him Eric.
Okay then.
C or K. Don't say Q.
C.
Eric. Cool. We only have one named female character in this. I don't like that.
No. Want to make the antagonist a woman instead?
I've been thinking about them as a man though. Yeah.
I mean, those are the 4 characters.
Those are the 4 characters that have names and have a purpose as of right now.
Yeah, they're the 4 big ones.
Yeah.
In this.
No, I'm thinking that's a problem for another day.
Yeah.
But I have an outline.
Yeah.
I have a 9-plot dot, but. Why am I looking at the tripod and not the camera?
I do not know.
I have a 9-step plot dot outline.
Yeah.
It looks like this. It's a mess. But I am planning for this video to go up Wednesday the 26th. It's going to be very, very long, and if anyone has made it to this point of the video, hi, drop a little frog emoji. Is there a frog? I think there's a frog. In the comments, so I know you're here.
Or just write ribbit.
Or write frog. That works too. My plan is for a video actually on this, like actually talking through my outline a little more clearly.
Concisely.
Yeah. I'm planning for one of those, probably to go up in the weekend, which is outside of my normal posting. But yes, there might be one. If there is one, enjoy. If there isn't one,
we hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Have you had fun?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So this is now called Hugo and Eric, because that's how I name things. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye! Bye!